we are hearing SRIMAD BHAGAVATAM, but last means on this Wednesday, when we were hearing about the appearance of Vaman Bhagavan, or it was Tuesday, no, Wednesday, Vaman Bhagavan. That time I said that Bali Maharaj is example for one who rejected his guru because he obstructed the service of Bhagavan, that is Shukracharya. There is one verse in Bhagavatam, Gurur na sasyat, Svajano na sasyat, that verse, that one should not follow guru, brother, husband, demigod, if they cannot rescue you from death. Means they are not prescribing devotion. So if they put obstacle, then you should reject them. So Bali Maharaj rejected Shukracharya. That time I said that now in Vienna, during Bhagavad Katha, I heard from Srila Bhakti Bhushan Bodhayan Maharaj that there is also positive. So I asked him, so today I will tell you first who rejected who. We already heard Bali rejected his guru Shukracharya because Shukracharya said you should not give to Bhagavan donation. So Bali rejected him. Then Svajano na sasyat, in that verse is there. Brother one should reject. Who rejected his brother? That is Vibhishan. He rejected his brother Ravan because he kidnapped Sita from Ramchandra. And Vibhishan told him, you return her to him and have peace. But Ravan did not listen, so Vibhishan rejected his brother, elder brother, and went to take shelter of Ramchandra. He left Lanka. Then father Pitana Sasyat, who rejected father? Prahlad Maharaj. You all know Hiranyakashipu. He wanted Prahlad should give up devotion to Supreme Lord. He threatened him, he tried to kill him in many ways, but Prahlad did not follow him. He rejected the order of father, but he did not disrespect him. And he tried to make him devotee, but could not, did not respect it, but also not, he respected him duly, but not following his order. Then mother Janani Nasasyat, one has to also reject mother. Who is example? Bharat Maharaj, brother of Ramchandra Bhagavan. When Kaikeyi requested those or ordered those two boons from Dasharatha Maharaj that Ramchandra should be banned, exiled into forest, then Bharat rejected her, Kaikeyi. Then Devana Sasyat, you should give up demigods also. Who rejected demigods? You remember Katvanga Maharaj? He fought on the side of demons, no, demigods, and fought demons, and they won. Then demigods were very happy. Then they offered him any kind of boon he wants: health, money, long life, house, wife, all these things. Then Katvanga, or any weapons, name and fame. Then Katvanga first asked them, can you ask your demigod astrologer how long is my life? Then they checked and they said only one muhurta, that is, some say 24 minutes, some say 1 moment, like this. Then he said, and what is the use of all these things? You save me from death, you give me liberation. Then they said, that we cannot give you. That only Vishnu can give. Then immediately Katvanga Raja rejected all demigods and took absolute shelter of Vishnu and was liberated. He realized his real self was, he overcome that. And another one is Muchukunda. You remember, he also was fighting for a very long time for demigods, and then he became very much tired. So he wanted to sleep. And then he also requested that if anyone will wake me up, then he will be immediately burned to fire. So then you remember, Krishna knew this. Krishna knows everything. So that demon, I think it was called Javan in 10th Canto, he was running after Krishna. Krishna played the pastime of running away, and he entered into that cave where Muchukunda was sleeping. So that demon came and he thought that that is Krishna there resting, and he kicked him. Then Muchukunda woke up, and seeing him, that demon was reduced to ashes. So his example. And husband, you should also pati nasasyat. You should reject husband. Who rejected? Yagya patnis, those gopis in Vrindavan who heard from Malini Devi, one gardener lady there, the glories of Krishna and Balaram. They never saw before, but only heard Harikatha and were fully attracted. Then when Krishna and Balaram came, one day, Krishna said, we will go very near, so no need to take lunch with us. What mothers, others, they giving, no need. So they went, but it did not happen like that. They went far. Cows were going. Then cowherd boy said to Krishna, we are very hungry. You give us to eat. Then Krishna said, okay, there are some Brahmins there. They are doing yagya. They are offering in my name to the fire. You request them for food. The cowherd boys went and they heard from far, Krishnaya Swaha, Baladevaya Swaha, their offering. But when cowherd boys came and requested food, they said, no, we will not give. Who are you? So they were only on ritualistic platform, not actual, that pure devotional platform. So they could not offer. But then cowherd boys came back and said to Krishna, you give us something to eat, we are very hungry. Then he said, they did not give you? They said, no. Then Krishna said, okay, then you go to their wives. They will give you. And wives, they were preparing for that yagya, many offerings. When cowherd boys came and they requested that Krishna Balaram, they are here in the forest and we are all very hungry, you give us something to eat. Then immediately wives were ready to give, and they wanted to go to forest, but husbands did not allow. The wife will go, and without permission, they should not go. Otherwise, they will be ousted, and they said, no, we will go. Then husbands also threatened, if you go, then you should not come back. You will be without shelter, without our shelter. So you decide. So they went. Anyway, they went. Why? Because they had that pure devotion in their heart by hearing Harikatha. And those gopis who could not go, their husbands forcefully stopped them. They left their body. And with their Atma, they went to serve Krishna, the soul. So they rejected husbands. Examples. And they served Krishna Baladev. Then Krishna told them, okay, I'm very satisfied. Now you go back home. Then they said, no, already husband said that we should not come back if we go out without their permission. Then Krishna said, I am in the heart of everyone. Now they have changed. They will accept you. So the wives went, and the husbands in Varnashram Dharma, husband will not bow down to wife. Wife will bow down. But in this case, husbands bow down to wife because they understood that they are spiritually superior, more advanced in devotion. When wives served Krishna, that also benefited their husbands. Because watering at the root of tree, you serve everyone. So if wife does devotion, that will also help others. So they understood by their devotion, and they bowed down and prayed for forgiveness and accepted everything. So then they still had a relation as husband and wife, but in relation to Krishna's service, for Krishna's for cooperation for Krishna service, not on mundane sense enjoyment platform. So they are examples. If they would follow their husbands, they would be losers. So this verse in Bhagavatam says, if someone is obstructing service of Krishna, then you should not follow, be he guru, husband, brother, mother, whoever. Then Bodhayan Maharaj told in Vienna that there is also positive. So I'm reading you. So Bali Maharaj rejected Guru Shukracharya, but if you accept a real Guru, like Prahlad and Dhruva accepted Narad Goswami, then they got Bhagavan. So that is positive. That was negative, here it is positive. Then Vibhishan rejected brother, but Dhritarashtra accepted the advice of his brother, that is Vidur, that he should do bhajan. So Dhritarashtra accepted. So he got ultimate goal. That is positive. And Rishabdev, you know, he's one avatar. So his sons accepted him, means accepted father. So that is positive. Prahlad Maharaj rejected father, but sons of Rishabdev, they accepted him and got Bhagavan. And we heard Bharat rejected mother Kaikeyi, so Dhruva accepted mother Suniti and got Bhagavan. So positive. And we heard Katvanga rejected demigods, but Prachetas, they accepted Shiva, his demigod. They accepted him as Guru, and they got that mantra, you know, in Bhagavatam 4th Canto, we will hear this. They got Narayan. And Yagya Patnis, they rejected husbands, but wife of Ambarish Maharaj accepted husband, pure devotee, Ambarish Maharaj, and got Bhagavan. It is written in Bhagavatam that together, Ambarish Maharaj together with his wife, they were observing Ekadashi for the satisfaction of Krishna. So his ideal example of husband, Ambarish Maharaj, such husband should be accepted. Such guru as Narad Goswami, such brother as Vidur, pure devotee, such father as Rishabdev, such mother as Suniti, and such demigod as Shiva, as when he's playing the role of devotee, and husband, Ambarish Maharaj. There are also other examples, but are not so excellent as Ambarish Maharaj. Just I remembered and I said to Bodhayan Maharaj. But he said that Ambarish Maharaj is ideal example. So another I remembered when Sobari Rishi, you know, he was doing tapasya in Jamuna, but due to offense to Garuda, he got attracted to sex of fishes, and he got that desire came in him, and he came out and wanted to marry daughter of Mandata king. But because Sobari Rishi was doing tapasya in water for so long, his body became very ugly and old. So Mandata king was in dilemma that I should not displease Rishi, but at the same time I should also not put my daughters in awkward situation. He's very ugly, so I cannot force them. Then Mandata king, he said, okay, if any of my daughter chooses you, then I agree to marriage. Then Sobari Rishi understood why king said in such a way. Then he looked in mirror in reflection on water or some jewel something. Then he understood, yes, I'm very ugly. That is why he's saying like that. Then he, by yogic power, he made his body very beautiful by mystic power. Then he came very beautiful, young, strong. Then all 50 daughters of Mandata wanted to marry him. And king already gave word, if any chooses, you can, I agree. So all 50, they were married. And by his yogic power, he made many palaces with all comforts and everything for enjoyment. And he was enjoying with 50 wives for a long time. But ultimately he came to senses and he understood that this is not proper and it cannot satisfy. And he remembered about his spiritual fall. Then he was regretting very much. And then he took shelter of Paramatma, Bhagavan, Krishna, and went to forest to worship him, and his wives, 50 wives, also followed him in forest, and they also did bhajan. But this is not as good example as Ambarish Maharaj. Here other teaching is that he regretted, because he was jnani, so without devotion, only by performing dry renunciation, one cannot be liberated from Maya. Only when one surrenders to Krishna and gets higher taste, then it is possible. So this is shown here. And another case also I remembered from Bhagavatam, Jajati Maharaj. You remember his story is also very interesting. That Sharmishta and Devayani, that story you know, perhaps. So then with Devayani he was married, and that Shukracharya cursed him to get old age. But then this Jajati Maharaj said, yes, I got old age, but this is also a curse for your daughter. She's married with me. She also cannot enjoy now. Then Shukracharya said, okay, if any of your sons want to give you youth in exchange for your old age, then you can have it. Then all 3 other sons rejected because they were spiritually advanced. They did not want to waste. And Puru also, he was obedient. Then he accepted. Then Jajati had a young age and was a king, all opulence, all money, everything. And he was enjoying with Devayani sexual enjoyment for 1,000 years. 1,000 years. Not 1 to 3 nights, 4, no, 1,000 years. And after 1,000 years, he came to his senses by the grace of Krishna, it is written there. Then he understood you cannot fulfill lust or by lust. It is impossible. It is like putting ghee on fire, thinking that fire will stop. It will not stop. It will increase. So that is not the procedure. By fulfilling lusty desires, you will be free from lust. It doesn't work. After 1,000 years of experience, not theory, experience, he came to this conclusion. And then he surrendered to Krishna, became devotee, and then he also spoke one story to his wife, telling his own story, but in giving one example of one goat, he goat and she goat, but telling his own story. Then wife also, she was intelligent, she could understand about whom he's speaking and what is his realization. Then she also understood and she also became devotee. They were worshipping Krishna. She also became pure devotee. So such husband or such, also I said about wife, although this verse does not speak about rejecting wife, but we have example in practical life. Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, he rejected his wife because wife thought that tea is more important than SRIMAD BHAGAVATAM. So he rejected her and took sannyas and spread Krishna consciousness all over the world. So this is one example. And another example we heard in the case of Bali Maharaj. His wife gave him advice, Vindyavali. You offered everything to Bhagavan what you thought is yours. But you did not offer yourself. You have to offer yourself to Bhagavan for his service. Then Bali Maharaj was very happy. Yes, you are right. So this is good advice from our wife. He accepted wife and he surrendered himself to Bhagavan and got Bhagavan. Bhagavan put his feet on his head and then also he offered him, you whatever you want I can give you. Then Bali Maharaj said, no, I don't want anything. I only want your lotus feet on my head always. I want your service. So that came by the advice of good wife. So wife, in one case we see Swami Maharaj rejected. It was proper. And here we see he accepted wife, it was proper because of devotional advice. Then we are hearing here in SRIMAD BHAGAVATAM that yes, Brahma created from his shadow the coverings of ignorance of the conditioned souls. They are 5 in number and are called Tamisra, Anda, Tamisra, Tamas, Moha and Mahamoha. So we heard in commentary, Tamisra means that you are anger or envy also of Supreme Lord, averse to him. You want separate enjoyment. That is Tamisra. Then Anda Tamisra means that ultimate end is death. When this body is finished, everything is finished. Nothing is there. That is ultimate end. This kind of ignorance is there on conditioned souls. Then Anda Tamisra think I'm this body. No information about soul. And the main guide in life is sex life. I'm this body, and sex life is the background of material existence, simply guided by sex life. And they become attached to so-called home, motherland, children, wealth, and this. Then, as this attachment increases, moha, or the illusion of body, also increases. And whatever is related to this body is mine. My wife, my children, my house, my money. This is all ignorance. And then there is fighting also with others. What is mine, what is yours, and then fighting all the time to increase what is mine. Then mahamoha means to be mad after material enjoyment. Especially in this age of Kali, everyone is overwhelmed by the madness to accumulate paraphernalia for material enjoyment. Then from Vishnu Puran, they are given here, Tamavika Mohasya, Antahkarana Brahma, to have mistake about who are you. Yes. All these are here in Sanskrit explained. Visa sarjatmanah kayam nabhi nandam stamo mayam jagrihur yaksharakshamsi ratrim kshut trit samudbhavam. Before I said that Dhruva Maharaj accepted his mother. His mother advised him, you should worship Supreme Lord. Although Suruchi, mother, also advised Dhruva to worship Supreme Lord, but that was wrong kind. Because she said, Suruchi said, you worship Bhagavan, and when he will come to offer you boon, that time you should say, I want to die and I want to be born in the womb of Suruchi. That is my desire. Because then, she said, then you can get affection of your father and kingdom of everything. So now I heard in Vienna from Srila Bodhayan Maharaj during Bhagavad Katha that Dhruva was crying when he heard this, not because this is from another standpoint explanation. In one sense, if we think Dhruva as like conditioned soul who is rebuked, criticized, then he will cry and anger will come and revenge mood and like this. That is why Mother Suniti also told Dhruva, you should worship Supreme Lord, but not be angry on your stepmother, thinking that she is the cause of your suffering. No, the cause of your suffering are your past bad deeds. You did such behavior to someone. So that is one explanation. But Bodhayan Maharaj gave another one now from another standpoint. Dhruva, already in previous lives, it is there in that one Purana, he already did tapasya and bhajan in previous lives. So in this life, already he was a devotee. That is why also it is stated that because Suruchi committed offense to him, she was also killed there. So Bodhayan Maharaj in Vienna told that why Dhruva was crying, not because emotional shock and ego hurt and like this, but because he was a Vaishnava and he heard this apasiddhanta from the mouth of Suruchi. Vaishnava, they don't have any material suffering, but they get pain in their heart when they hear apasiddhanta. Wrong conclusion, wrong advice like this. That pains their heart. So that is why he was crying, because Dhruva knows if one worships Bhagavan, then he will go to him. Who goes to Bhagavan, he will never take birth again. Krishna told few times in Gita, if someone knows my transcendental nature, he will never take birth again. Then he also said, whoever will reach my abode, he can never fall down from there. And like few times. So Dhruva knows Siddhanta, what is reality. So what Suruchi said, that I should worship Bhagavan and then request from him to be born again, this is totally wrong. Totally wrong Siddhanta. Then Dhruva was crying. From another standpoint explanation, then Suniti mother told him, you should worship Supreme Lord, you will get all your desires fulfilled. Then when he got darshan of Bhagavan, then all his desires were fulfilled, and that other desires also were removed. But if we consider as a devotee, then this was a pastime to show us conditioned souls. And our Gurudev also told that in previous life, Dhruva, also from another standpoint, in previous life, Dhruva had one classmate who was very rich, but Dhruva's family was poor. So Dhruva was Brahmin, and he was doing also chanting Mahamantra, and he had that classmate who was very rich, so sometimes he visited him in his home and was seeing all that opulence, nice tables, furniture, so much food, everything very opulent. So Dhruva was chanting Harinam and thinking, oh, if I would be born as a son of a prince or a very rich person. So Harinam fulfilled, that was Namaparad. We should not use Harinam for any material desire, only to satisfy Krishna. So, but because of that, also it is Sukriti, if you approach Bhagavan even for material desires, then he will fulfill in such a way that you will not want them anymore. So this happened in his next life, when Dhruva actually got darshan of Narayan. Then he lost all those desires for any kind of worldly opulence and became pure devotee. Out of disgust, Brahma threw off the body of ignorance. And taking this opportunity, Yakshas and Rakshasas sprang for possession of the body, which continued to exist in the form of night. Night is the source of hunger and thirst. Kshut tridbhyam upasrishtaste tam jagadhum abhidudruvuh ma rakshatainam jakshadvam iti uchuh kshut trit arditaha. Overpowered by hunger and thirst, they ran to devour Brahma from all sides and cried, spare him not, eat him up. Here Sai Maharaj is in commentary. The representatives of the Yakshas and Rakshasas still exist in some countries of the world. It is understood that that is man-eater, cannibals, it is understood that such uncivilized men take pleasure in killing their own grandfathers and holding a love feast by roasting the bodies. Love feast in these brackets means in apostrophe. I know what is in English. Love feast. So that is also in creation. Devastam aha samvigno ma mam jakshata rakshata aho me yaksha rakshamsi praja yuyam babu vita. Brahma, the head of the demigods, full of anxiety, asked them, "Do not eat me, but protect me. You are born from me and have become my sons. Therefore you are yakshas and rakshasas." Here in commentary, the demons who were born from the body of Brahma were called yakshas and rakshasas, because some of them cried that Brahma should be eaten and others cried that he should not be protected. The ones who said that he should be eaten were called yakshas, and the ones who said that he should not be protected became rakshasas, man-eaters. The two, yakshas and rakshasas, are the original creation by Brahma and are represented even until today in the uncivilized men who are scattered all over the universe. They are born of the mode of ignorance, and therefore, because of their behavior, they are called rakshasas or man-eaters. Also now you see in this world, in Tamoguna people, they are very violent. They don't care for anything. And at the cost of even others' lives or their suffering, they are ready to exploit them for their own selfish purposes. In this material world, always it will be like this. Satya guna, Rajaguna, Tamoguna, always they are there. And in Kali Yuga, Rajaguna, Tamoguna are predominant. That is why it is like this. Then in Satya, it will be Satya Yuga, Satya Guna like this. Always revolving cycle, but on the whole, material existence is undesirable because death, old age, birth, and disease are always there, and no real happiness, only temporary. So one should not wish like for better, for Satya Yuga like this. No, one should wish to come out from this material existence and attain his real life that is in the service of Krishna, that is proper only. Devatah prabhaya yaya divyan pramukato srijat te aharshur devayanto visrishtam tam prabham ahah. He then created the chief demigods who were shining with the glory of goodness. He dropped before them the effulgent form of daytime, and the demigods sportingly took possession of it. Here, in commentary, demons were born from the creation of night, and the demigods were born from the creation of day. In other words, demons like the yakshas and rakshasas are born of the quality of ignorance, and demigods are born of the quality of goodness. Devo devan jagannatah srijati smati lolupan ta enam lolupataya maitunaya bhi pedire. Lord Brahma then gave birth to the demons from his buttocks, and they were very fond of sex. Because they were too lustful, they approached him for copulation. That is for sex, copulation. Yes. Here it is written in commentary, sex life is the background of material existence. Here also it is repeated that demons are very fond of sex life. The more one is free from the desires for sex, the more he is promoted to the level of the demigods. The more one is inclined to enjoy sex, the more he is degraded to the level of demoniac life. But again, purpose is to come out from this material existence altogether. So for devotees, some will maintain celibacy for the service of Krishna. Some will make children for the service of Krishna, according to Krishna's desire. For whom what? So the purpose is service of Krishna always. That we have to keep in mind. Anukulyasya sankalpa pratikulya vibarjanam. What is favorable for devotion, that should be accepted. What is unfavorable for devotion, that should be rejected. Like, for example, Chaitanya Das and his wife Lakshmi Priya. Yes, Lakshmi Priya or Hari Priya. I think Lakshmi Priya. Suddenly he got desire to have child. Then Lakshmi Priya said, okay, you ask Mahaprabhu. Then Mahaprabhu, even before they could ask, already Mahaprabhu said, Jagannath will fulfill your desire. Then they had no desire before. They were worshipping Mahaprabhu. Already Chaitanya Das was chanting Ha Chaitanya Ha in separation grief. No material desire. Then other devotees asked, what desire Jagannath will fulfill? Then Mahaprabhu said, he desires to have a son. And he will have a great son, Srinivasacharya. Actually, it is my desire. That is why they got that desire. So here, it is for the service of Krishna. So ultimate calculation should be what Krishna wants, what is for his service. That should be accepted, not any other calculations for devotees. In Shastra, you will find many instructions for many different levels. Karmakant, Jnana, and Bhakti. So in Karmakant, those who want these non-eternal things, for them Varna Ashram Dharma is suitable, and all those rules of Varna Ashram Dharma and everything. Then they can advance. And for Jnanis, another rules are there. And for Bhaktas also another rules. So Bhaktas should not apply just like anything what is in Shastra. Yes, it is in Shastra and apply. No. It is not like that. That is why under the guidance of bona fide Guru, who knows all Shastras and the purpose of all Shastras, how Shastra they want to bring someone to higher level. So what to be applied for whom, according to his eligibility, bona fide Guru will know. He has to do that. That will be progressive for him. So certain rules which are in Varna Ashram Dharma are not to be followed by one who is devotee. And only what is favorable for devotion, that much he will accept, those things. If something unfavorable, he will not. And even you will find what is for Vaidhi Bhaktas, for sadhakas. They have rules for them, for their level. Those rules are not applicable for Raganuga Bhaktas. Raganuga Bhaktas, they will break those rules for the service of Krishna. And Krishna will be satisfied. But if you are not on that level, you will commit offense. But if Raga Bhakta will be attached to rules of lower status, he will also not be able to progress. So everything is based on eligibility. It is not like Bhaktivinoda Thakur explained in all his books. What is good and what is bad should be considered according to qualification. It is not same for all. What is pious for someone is not pious for another one of different eligibility. Like that example, for someone it may be pious to have 3 wives. Because in past life he was monkey and had 25 she-monkey illicit. So now it is good if he can stay with 3 lawfully. For his qualification. But if you say someone who is already very much advanced in devotion and he purified his heart, to say to him, having 3 wives is very pious. That is not applicable for him. So you have to consider this. A real guru will consider this. A guru, if bogus guru, then he will give instruction for everyone's same. Because he does not understand the purpose and what like this. Some things are common for all devotees, but certain things are according to qualification to be applied. Tato hasam sa bhagavan asureir nirapatrapei anviyamanas tarasa krudo bhita parapatat. The worshipful Brahma first laughed at their stupidity, but finding the shameless asuras close upon him, he grew indignant and ran in great haste out of fear. Here also another example in commentary. Sexually inclined demons have no respect even for their father. And the best policy for a saintly father like Brahma is to leave such demoniac sons. So here we have example how you have to reject your sons. But surely there is some example that by accepting son who was pure devotee, now I don't remember, but surely there must be some. The son was a devotee and father accepted, yes, that Mukunda. Of course he was already devotee, but still it was shown by Mahaprabhu. Mukunda ordered his son to offer to Gopinath. You know that history. So Raghunandan was having such devotion that deity Gopinath directly ate. And Mukunda was appreciating his son's devotion very much. Then when they were in Puri, then Mahaprabhu, he knows everything. He's God. He is that Gopinath who is eating. But he knows everything, but he asked, I have some doubt. I am not certain. I am uncertain about something. Mukunda, I don't know whether you are father of Raghunandan and he is your son, or Raghunandan is your father and you are his son. I don't know. I cannot ascertain this. Please explain, please clear my doubt. Then Mukunda said, there is no doubt. He is my father. I am his son. Because he has such devotion. From whom we get devotion, or who has more devotion, he is superior. So he is my father, I am his son. Although bodily they are opposite, but in the calculation of devotion, Mukunda said, he is my father. Guru is father, superior. So, and Guru, his disciples are like sons, daughters. So here we have this example how Brahma rejected his demoniac sons. Also Advaita Acharya rejected those 3 sons who were not accepting Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He rejected them, but accepted those 3 sons, Achyutana. Yes, Advaita Acharya also played this pastime. One man, I forgot now detail, he came and he asked Advaita Acharya, who is the guru of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Then Advaita Acharya said, Keshav Bharati is his guru. Or Ishwar Puri, he said. I think that time he said Keshav Bharati. Then son, Achyutananda, became very angry. How you can say like this, father? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Supreme Lord. No one is his guru. He is the guru of all. How you can say like that? Then Advaita Acharya was very happy with his son, Achyutananda. Yes, it is correct. You are saying correct. Because Advaita Acharya was speaking out of conventional that understanding, but he appreciated his son and accepted. So the main calculation is devotion. That is calculated. What is favorable for devotion, what is not favorable, and superiority, inferiority is measured by how much devotion one has. Not whether householder or sannyasi or this or so many things, no. But how much devotion one has. Ascetics, they also worship household devotee like Durvasa Rishi, worshiping Ambarish Maharaj. Or in Gaur Lila, so many household, and they are worshipped by all. Shrivas Thakur. We are singing Shrivas Thakur, Shrivas Adi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. So this is the main point of devotion. Tomorrow we'll further hear.